The Guthrie investigation, trying to clarify the Annie Guthrie segment, and Entin still seems like noise to most. Truth is what needs to be heard from all sides, including investigative reporters. That entire previous video could be nothing. Trying to determine the truth in this case has become impossible to most. Navigating the intersection of rumor, real evidence, and investigative friction introduction. The core event: retrace the February 1st, 2026, abduction of 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie from her Tucson home. The reporting challenge: highlight how high-profile cases inherently attract massive external noise, forcing journalists and investigators to continuously separate sensationalized online theories from legitimate investigative leads. The instructions document: beyond the poetry, theory, the discovery. Address the specific pre-disappearance material linked to Nancy's daughter, Annie Guthrie, that was handed to investigative reporter Brian Entin. The framing: move past the online community's initial hyperfocus on abstract poetry. Instead, analyze the implications of a document that reportedly outlined specific frameworks, actions, or instructions presented to Annie long before the abduction took place. The journalistic value: explain why a reporter treats such a document with gravity, not as a validation of internet rumors, but as a potential paper trail establishing whether the events of February 2026 were isolated or part of a calculated, long-term operational timeline. Real extortion versus online noise. The confirmed threat: pivot to the verified facts of the case, specifically the federal arrest and guilty plea of cyber extortionist Derek Anthony Colella, who weaponized the family's leaked personal data to send fake Bitcoin ransom demands. The phony trails: reiterate the FBI's conclusion that multiple early, bizarre ransom letters were entirely fraudulent, sent by opportunistic third parties rather than the actual captors. The internal investigative divide: agency friction. Detail the documented tension between local Pima County authorities and federal agents, noting public criticisms regarding the initial handling of federal resources. Unresolved angle: reference insights from veteran profilers and retired FBI agents regarding a significant disagreement within the active investigation, illustrating why a definitive conclusion remains elusive conclusion, the present reality where it stands. Summarize that while the digital footprint of the family remains a battleground for public speculation, the official active investigation continues to quietly process verified leads away from the spotlight. Final thought: emphasize that the true resolution of the case relies on concrete forensic evidence and formal agency coordination, rather than the chaotic court of public opinion. So it brings us back to the materials written, not factual at this time, by Annie Guthrie. Did Brian Entin receive just poetry and notes, or was there more to it? I am not claiming any of the video previously posted is factual. It was interesting content, something to ponder, but let me be clear: is it fact or fiction? Not sure anyone knows. I believe Brian received some forms of material, maybe to help to get a more realistic insight to the profile of the abductor. We don't know, and not sure any of us have facts. So this is not any type of derogatory slam towards anyone, but it is, again, more to chew on.